only the rich get richer? Well, based on research, that's not true. A recent survey says most millionaires grew up in middle-class or working-class households, and the bulk of their money came from earned income, not inheritance. They value education, financial.
1 second. I want you to hear
Today's AfroEconomics, yay or nay? Is it true only the rich get richer? Well, based on research, that's not true. A recent survey says most millionaires grew up in middle-class or working-class households, and the bulk of their money came from earned income, not inheritance. They value education, financial discipline, and hard work.
My point there is to share with you, that's on the YouTube, that's on the site. I hope you're on YouTube right now. That's on the site right there. And that's just a 30-second spot about how it's not true. A lot of the misconceptions that we have about how people become wealthy, it is not true. Most of them follow the principles that are included in AfroEconomics in the book. So check out AfroEconomics on the website, AfroEconomics.com, because you want to start, you want to make a decision, you want to commit. And so many people who made a decision that they wanted this book, that they wanted to start, you know, participating in my workshops, but the whole year went by and they did not resolve. So I believe that people don't break resolutions, they break decisions, they break their commitment. But a true resolution is not breakable. Like a resolution is just something that you say, I have to do by any means yet necessary. So talk with me now. Let's think. Now, if you want to communicate, please call the conference call number that's on the website. But or make a comment, and I'll reply to your comment later. But let's think about something. Think of two things, write them down right now, that you actually made a commitment to do. It may have been that you wanted to buy a house, that you wanted to get a car, you wanted to finish college, you wanted to, you know, I think that we don't really think about all the things that we have done right, and that you can take those same techniques, like how did you finish high school? How did you finish college? How did you made a resolution? You resolved that this was vital to me. You made a resolution, and you know, just even if we take finances out of it, that I made a resolution that immediately I became a single parent. My daughter was 4 weeks old. My husband left. I made a resolution. I resolved that I was going to be everything that I could be to make sure that she had the stability that she needed. I did not put energy into forcing something to happen that it was not going to happen. If that was not a resolution, if that was not his resolution, then it wasn't going to happen. No matter how much I said that we should do this, it's not going to happen. And we waste years and we waste our lifetime. There's people who die trying to get but a resolution is when you make you resolve that you're going to make that happen for you, that you are going to become debt free. When I said that I'm going to make a resolution to be the best so that my fruit can be, because your fruit is, your children are their fruit is just dropping from this tree. The tree, me, has to be healthy. The tree has to be strong in order to create a fruit that can sustain itself when it falls from that tree. Correct? That we have to really make a commitment to that we want to be financially secure, that we want to become financially independent, that you want to become debt free, that you want to get a raise, that you want to start your own business. It has to be. I was, you know, talking to a brother this morning that was talking about his nonprofit that he's starting, and he's doing a fabulous job, and he wants to take it to the next level. And he's like, well, what do I do? And he said, should I, you know, am I going to have to go into debt for this? I was like, you're going to have to do what you have to do in order to make this work if you have resolved that you are going to build this. If this is what you feel that God has put you here to do, you have to do what you have to do. And business debt is tax deductible. You know, will we really even contemplate when people go into a furniture store to do consumer debt that has no tax advantage at all? Do people even think about it? That's what's amazing to me. Like, but we'll become hesitant when we're going to invest in something that we know is our true purpose. That's when we should not hesitate. That is what I call good debt. If you've got to do something to acquire, if you have to buy or get your product created, you have to do what you have to do in order to make it be created. Just as you'll see with in the Apple movie, they explained that he wanted to make more computers and they brought in investors. Well, that ended up being the investors ended up being how he got fired from his own dream. So we have to realize that how we raise our money when we go outside of ourselves, that you could be growing, but you're also reducing your mission. You're also reducing your control. You're also reducing your ownership. So you have to be very careful how we do finance our dreams, and the best way is to finance it and sacrifice it yourself, you know, as much as you can for as long as you can, so that your dream can be truly fulfilled according to the mission that you've been given. But also, that's why the first principle of AfroEconomics is about why, our legacy. Like, it's about its legacy. Why are you doing what you're doing? So then when you need to keep your resolution, you will keep it. Because if you're thinking about the first principle, that I have to do this because I want to be a better parent to my child, I have to do this because I want, you know, my family to be financially independent, I have to do this because I have to ask for that job, because that I feel that I would be better at that and I can help these people. You know, if I were the manager, I could build this company more. That you can, you know, it doesn't have to be, everybody's dream is not going to be that they have their own business, but you have to operate your life like your own enterprise. You must. One of the key principles of AfroEconomics is entrepreneurship, and entrepreneurship can be taken into every workplace. That's why you see major corporations that are connecting your salary to your performance, the production of everybody, how you can make that team work, how you can make that team produce, how you can increase the sales, how you can do things. So that's an entrepreneurial spirit that they're bringing into corporate America. You can't escape that you have to enjoy and be committed to what you're doing in order to become fully successful in the workplace, in your business, in whatever you've desired to do. In developing your own nonprofit, whatever, it is going to take a resolution, not a commitment. No, say, well, make a New Year's resolution because I always break it. So they've made a resolution. They have resolved that they cannot keep commitments to themselves. That is the maximum in self-doubt. And we just allow ourselves to get away with that, but we shouldn't. I mean, I make a personal resolution that I am going to and do follow these steps and the principles of AfroEconomics in every aspect of my life, down to health and wealth. Down to health and wealth. That I have made a true commitment that as long as we are resolving that we are going to be healthy and financially healthy, then it will happen. Now, it's not a particular, you have to take it in daily steps, daily bites. So, you know, so that I promise you, if you do the right thing, your goal will be established. Now, I mean, hey, I'll tell you, I've been in business over 20 years. So I feel, of course, I feel that, hey, life should be easier, but I have to like erase that from my mind and realize that this is what I've been put here to do. So my life is easy. Every day I live my dream. I don't know what it is. Like you put in your mind, you like think that, woo, life is gonna be easy because of what, or life would be easy or whatever. I don't know what that whole like life should be easier kind of thing is, but I promise you, if you change the way, as we change, as I change the way I look at life, I realize how easy my life is. Like, you know how, or where one time somebody was putting me down, and he said, you know, that's why you're alone. That's why you're alone. You know, I was like, what? I was like, you know, but some people have in their mind that being single is the most miserable place that you could be. Well, I made a decision that I will be single until I'm happy being with someone else. So how could you sacrifice your joy just to think, just for this misconception that just everybody that has somebody is happy? But that's what that person have put in their mind, that certainly that you cannot be alone and be happy. So I had to make sure that I articulated that. I'm sorry that you're confused, but I wake up each day with a smile on my face. And I have created that though, because if I bought into that rule of thumb, you know, said Wayne, what's his name? Wayne Dyer. I think his name is Wayne Dyer. He says, if you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. I had a client, she came in and she was 65 years old, and she said, gosh, you know, I've never been married, I didn't have any children. I said, but look at all of the lives that you've touched. She's a very nice person. She's very involved in her family. She's there for her nieces and her nephews. She's very involved in her church and her community. She worked a full, hardworking career. She is financially independent. And, you know, she said, wow, JB, you know, I never really thought about it that way. We have to resolve to create the life that we deserve. That has to be what we do. It has to be. It's not like I'm gonna be happy that today, you know, yeah, that's a decision. And then you make a commitment that I'm going to keep smiling, and, you know, but until you resolve that, you're not going to let things get to you. You're going to stop that commitment to being happy. You're going to stop. And you have to realize you create your own definition of what happy is. You create your own definition of what AfroEconomics is to you. Some people look at the book and they go, well, AfroEconomics, that means that you got to be a multimillionaire, you know? So that's what the definition is that they decided to it. Well, that wasn't what I was thinking about when I wrote the book. When I wrote the book, I was thinking people would have a happier life if they did not have to worry about their money. That's all I was thinking about, is that this would maybe make people be happier, that people would say, well, I'm doing the right thing. And JB said, if I do the right thing long enough, it will pay off. And it will. I mean, I believe it. I believe it. And I'm not, you know, I know that if you do the wrong thing, it will definitely catch up with you and you will regret it. So let's look at the other side and say, let's do the right thing. Here's an example. I don't know if you've ever heard about this, but this is something called the Optimist Creed. Now, I'm only sharing this with you because I'm sharing part of it with you, because I want you to resolve that you are going to be financially healthy. In order for us to do that, we have to see the Optimist Creed says, promise yourself to be strong, that nothing can disturb your peace of mind. Remember that. Promise yourself that you are going to be strong and that nothing can disturb your peace of mind. Promise yourself to talk health, happiness, and prosperity to every person you meet. Somebody talked to me this morning and he said, I'm broke. That's your first mistake. And I said, don't ever say that again. You cannot ever say that again. You cannot ever say that again. Hey, refusetobebroke.com. That's my website. You can't say that to me. You can't say it. No, we refuse. You may be low on money or for some particular need that you have, but that doesn't mean you're broke, because you're going to need to be whole in order to generate what you are aspiring to. So Promise yourself to make all your friends feel that there's something in them. The more you make someone feel that there's something in them, the more you realize that there is something in you. I tell my daughter all the time, people that judge people want to make sure that you feel like less because they feel like less. You know, so you don't want to be that person. You want to make sure that all of your friends, you are my friends, and I want to make sure that you realize that there's something in you, that you can do this. And you want to, the Optimist Creed says, promise yourself to look at the sunny side of everything and make your optimism come true. It's so true. Now, I have to do this. And I have talked to, you would be amazed at the people that I have talked to with extreme amounts of money, and they really feel that they have a huge problem. So that proves to me that no matter how much money you have, optimism, joy, peace of mind is a choice. Because there are people without a whole lot of money who have a lot of peace of mind. So the money is not the key to your peace of mind. That might be something that you've chosen, that when you get there and you still don't have peace of mind because you got all this money and you're still miserable and you're thinking, wow, I have all this money. Everybody should know. Everybody should love me because I have all this money. It does not work that way. Ask the billionaires, they still have haters on them. So that is not going to be. So we have to make sure that we learn to look at the sunny side of everything, so that as our wealth grows, our mind and our health is growing. And a final point, I want you to encourage you to be too large for worry, too noble for anger, too strong for fear, and too happy to permit the presence of trouble. Ain't that the truth? That is the only way that J.D. Bryan Financial Group, a registered investment advisory firm, the first Black one that I know of in my area in Virginia, you know, that and most likely one of the first registered investment advisory firms solely owned by a Black person on this planet. The only reason I'm still here standing with a true commitment to my community is because I have said that I am too happy to permit the presence of trouble. So we have to make sure that we decide, we commit, and that we resolve that we are going to be financially independent. Definitely. Make sure you make that decision. So I want to resolve some key points I put down. Resolve for peace of mind. And the back and forth is the frustrating part. So when you resolve that you're going to do a certain thing, I'm not going to live off the credit card. That, you know, that may be what you're going to say. I'm not going to live off the credit card anymore. I'm not going to spend beyond what I'm bringing in anymore. You make that resolution, but then you go and you use it because you go out for the weekend. You know, you get to the second week of the month and then you use it. See, that's part that makes you angry, because then you start feeling bad about yourself and you're like, wow, I just told J.B. Bryan that I wasn't going to do this and now I've done it again. Or, you know, or you said, I'm going to call the IRS and I'm going to get that tax stuff situation straight, but you never called them. See, that was a decision that you broke, but your resolution still has hope. You still got to get back and build a resolution. You got to resolve that you are going to get rid of that particular issue. Get back. So you didn't break your resolution because you didn't get it yet. You didn't get it. You didn't get it. You cannot break a resolution. That's what J.B. Bryan is saying. Now somebody else is out there saying, yeah, you can break your resolution, and the majority of people do, blah, 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 whatever. We don't receive that. I'm not claiming that. When you resolve, it becomes a, by any means necessary, I'm going to make this happen. So let's do it. And then make immediate action to make sure it happens. Make sure it happens. And a couple of things I want to share with you about the year coming up is that I really want to make sure that you go to the YouTube channel and focus on investing. Look at the WTVR just did CBS yesterday talking about investment tips for 2017. And The first investment tip for 2017, I'll put it in here for the bonus for those of you who are hanging out, still hanging in here. Resolve to learn more about the investment options that are available to you. There, you have a lot of questions about, and you don't understand things. Resolve to learn more. Make sure come to the workshops. Google. Go to my website, jbbryan.com. Has a whole library of terms and sheets and information you can print out. You know, a second tip is to discover your risk tolerance this year. Go to AfroEconomics.com or go to jbbryan.com. Do the risk calculator. Find out what is your risk score. Ask me, send me an email. So what are you talking about with the risk score? I can send you an email back and you can do it, and then we can discuss your risk score, your tolerance, according to what you're currently doing or where you will be going forward. You soon will be able to open up your accounts with JB Bryan Financial Group directly from my website. They are working on it daily. So that's a blessing. Be realistic. A third point is be realistic about the future. This year, we're going to have some volatility. We're going to see some adjustments in interest rates. If you have adjustable interest rate mortgage or an adjustable interest rate line of credit, check it out with your bank. See what you can lock. If you can lock the interest rate in, look at your options. Be careful with adjustable interest rate things in this environment. Be careful. Check out the investment fees on any of the investment accounts that you have. Be very careful with that. A lot of companies come after our community and they are selling mutual funds with huge sales charges, and they are robbing you of your long-term growth potential. They're biting into your return because you're paying unnecessary fees. So be very careful, ask questions, seek professional advice. I suggest through a registered investment advisory firm and an investment advisor for the firm, so that someone that actually represents you. I don't represent products. For our investments are fee-based. So find out more. Google what an registered investment advisory firm is. Google why it's important. You know, what are the keys there? Check it out and check me out. Just look farther. So find out things. Make sure you know what type of fees you're paying for your investments. Don't be emotional about your investing. Establish portfolios that can take you through good and bad times and understand the volatility according to the investments that you have. And then check out your investment allocation that you have at work. So make sure you make sure you decide, commit, and resolve to take control of your investments, take control of your finances. If you don't have any investments right now, make sure you focus on getting rid of things that are stopping you from being able to save and create long-term wealth through using investment options. Make sure you work on repairing your credit. Make sure you resolve. Now, I'm not even going to say work on, that you resolve to repair your credit score, to reduce your debt, to pay down your debts, to get rid of your debts. But whatever it is, make a resolution and do it. I will be here for you each Wednesday. Have a free workshop in DC this weekend and a free workshop in Virginia the 14th, and then a workshop. I have a members only workshop. Check out the AfroEconomics membership. I have quarterly meetings with me individually, and then we have our membership meetings at the office. So, you know, check out all of the opportunities that you have, but definitely investigate the AfroEconomics membership, and that could be part of getting the support you need for your financial resolution that you're making. But thank you for your time today. Hashtag AfroEconomics and hashtag JB Bryan, or just go to the websites. Have a wonderful day. Hey, a client said to me this year, and I love it. I said Happy New Year to him. He said happy all year. That's what I'm talking about. Happy all year to you. Thank you. I thank God for you. Have a wonderful day.